Have you ever replayed a conversation in your head like a movie you didn't ask to watch? Brushing your teeth, your brain suddenly goes, "Remember that awkward thing you said 3 years ago?" Or you're in bed, exhausted, yet your mind decides it's the perfect moment to analyze every possible future. If that sounds familiar, you're an overthinker. But before you sigh, let me tell you something surprising. Overthinking isn't a personal flaw. It's the result of a brain that is very good at one specific job, sometimes too good. Most assume overthinkers are just pessimists who can't relax. The psychological reality is more interesting. Overthinking starts as a strength, the ability to simulate reality, run scenarios, and connect dots others miss. Your mind is a high performance engine designed to anticipate danger and solve complex problems. The problem isn't that the engine is broken, it's that it never gets turned off. Imagine your brain as a room full of light switches. For most, a few flip on when needed, then off. For overthinkers, the switches are wired together. One thought flips another, and another, until the whole room is blazing at 2 a.m. This often begins early in life. Many overthinkers grew up in environments where being prepared was safer than being surprised. Your brain adapted to scan, analyze, and predict. Evolutionarily, this is brilliant. The human brain evolved to keep us alive, not to keep us calm. Overthinking is survival software running in a modern world of social cues, deadlines, and endless what ifs. Overthinking is tied to the default mode network. This network turns on when you aren't focused on a task, handling self reflection and mental time travel. Overthinkers don't just remember the past, they relive it. They don't just plan for the future, they inhabit it emotionally before it happens. There's also a twist. Overthinkers are often deeply empathetic. You don't just think about what happened, you think about how it landed. You run parallel simulations of how your words made someone else feel. This is why simple interactions can be exhausting. It's also linked to high verbal and emotional intelligence. You notice patterns and question motives. Your brain doesn't skim the surface, it dives. Sometimes, it just doesn't know when to come up for air. For a non-overthinker, choosing what to eat is simple. For you, it's a philosophy seminar. What's healthy? What will I regret? What does this choice say about me? You see too many layers. This links to a quiet version of perfectionism that constantly searches for optimization. This is also why sleep is elusive. When the world goes quiet, your thoughts get the stage. Your brain isn't trying to torture you, it's trying to resolve the Zeigarnik effect, the tendency to fixate on unresolved tasks. Overthinkers simply have too many open tabs. Overthinking promises clarity, but often delivers exhaustion. However, you don't need a new brain. You need a new relationship with the one you have. Overthinkers are excellent problem solvers when a threat is real, but the nervous system struggles to distinguish a real emergency from a vividly imagined one. Relief comes from grounding thoughts in action. When you immerse yourself in music, exercise, or creating, your attention shifts to task-focused networks. Your brain finally has a job that ends. The more helpful question isn't, how do I stop? But what is my thinking trying to protect me from? Usually it's fear of regret, failure, or being misunderstood. Once you see that, your thoughts stop being enemies and start looking like overzealous guardians. Next time you catch yourself looping, don't get frustrated. Ask what your mind is trying to understand. Thank it for caring, then gently remind it that not every question needs an immediate answer. Your mind is not broken. It is sensitive, perceptive, and deeply human. It just needs permission to rest.